Gerard and Frank from the My Chemical Romance. We're here in Berlin. You've been doing a little European tour here, the World Contamination Tour.
Yeah, that's been what's amazing about it. I felt like even from the first show we weren't warming up. We were already there, which is really great, you know.
I definitely feel like we're hitting our stride now too. Like the shows have just gotten progressively better and better and better.
It's really crazy. It just feels like we're a better band. It just feels like we're better as human beings. We're, you know, it really feels that way on stage. We're just all smiling, and we feel very lucky to be there. We understand what we're doing, and we appreciate it.
So what happened? The music you made you better, or?
I think so.
Yeah, I think the journey to get to this point was hard. It was grueling at times, but ultimately just really fun and creative, and it was such a great collaboration between everybody in the band, and we're just so proud of each other. And every day you felt like the band just got better and tighter as family, and it's been a great ride. I think we've accomplished a lot of great things, and that's why I think on the record it sounds so celebratory, because we are having such a great time. And we're just celebrating music and creativity.
But the on-stage visual concept is not yet the same that it will be later, or
that's the cool thing. It's like evolving and changing. Like we kind of talked about it early on. Like we're not gonna play characters live. Like we're not gonna wear the costumes from the video live. Like if it happens eventually, cool, because we do love them. Like they're awesome looking, and I think kids want to eventually see them up close. But we'll try to figure out more creative ways for them to see it up close. Like maybe we'll bring them on tour and then put them on mannequins or something. Like, but I like to think that like, all right, well, this tour I've basically been wearing this, he's been wearing this, or it's changed every night, kind of, and some night I'm wearing paint, some nights I'm not, and next year it'll look different. It'll be bigger, hopefully, and it'll visually change. Like, we're always progressing, so it'll be different.
So was this the idea behind the music as well on the Danger Days album, to have it more organic or raw or something? To me, it sounds a little bit like that.
That's awesome and interesting, because, like, for being a record that has such a heavy amount of synthesizers and like old 80s equipment on it like that, it ends up being kind of raw, which is really cool. Like that people are talking about a song like Planetary, not like a dance song, but they're talking about like this super aggressive. I've heard this song called a punk song. That's like super strange to me.
But it's interesting listening to the album, because it's somehow, the melodies are still kind of huge, I mean, like monumental, but the sound is so fresh that it makes a really good combination to me. I mean, it's really somehow easy to listen, but then again, it's really deep. I mean, I've listened to it 3 times now, so I'm not kind of maybe I'll have to listen to it more to say the final opinion, but it's interesting how you get deeper into the songs, even though they're kind of easy to listen.
Right, they are. And one of the things I think I'm really proud of that I don't think about much is there's not a lot of like giant choruses on the record that we're used to doing. I'm really proud of that. Like we have very great songs that have big choruses, but they're not big choruses like we used to write. Like they maybe Only Hope and a couple other ones have those big My Chem choruses, but we managed to make the songs big without relying on those tools. So but I'm so happy that you. It's amazing.
It's for Frank again, I suppose.
If you have like a monstrous melody that goes along with it, you don't need to shove it down people's throats with like, the formula for a chorus kind of thing. And those were the 2 biggest things for this record. Was art was paramount and melody was paramount. Like you need to do that. But I like that, like you were saying, the record is accessible to listen to. It's not like those things that you really have to try at to like, but when you listen to it over and over again, there's different things that you can pick out, because there are a lot of layers to it.
So because I understood that you wrote the actual comic as well, the story, so you know quite a lot about all of the 4 characters here.
Well, what's interesting is the characters that you'll see in the comic aren't the band, and it's pretty important that that's kind of an understood thing, because the sentiments, again, in the comic are the same as the record. They're 2 very different things. Basically, things that have that spider on it, to me, represent something very important in what it's saying and what it's doing, which is why I look at the whole thing as a big pop art experiment. It doesn't. I actually think we'd be shortchanging